From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Wednesday, January 25th, 2017. Silver is trading at $17.05 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,207 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 5.9 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $901. Antiwar.com reports in an effort to shore up the ongoing ceasefire and to bolster the new peace talks in Astana, Kazakhstan, Russia, Turkey, and Iran have reached an agreement on the mechanisms for monitoring reported violations of the ceasefire in Syria amid ongoing accusations of violations by the rebel delegation. Though the ceasefire has dramatically reduced the amount of fighting in Syria, the rebels have been complaining from day one of non-stop violations, mostly centering on attacks against al-Qaeda's Nusra Front. Though Nusra is explicitly excluded from the ceasefire, the rebel leadership has argued that since Nusra officially changed its name, that no longer applies. The Assad government was quick to endorse the plan to enforce the ceasefire more strictly, with rebels complaining about allowing Iran to be one of the parties enforcing it, though the three nations were the ones who got the ceasefire in place in the first place. The peace talks began Monday in Astana with the first face-to-face meeting between the rebels and government officials of the entire civil war. This did not last long, with both trading condemnation and quickly adjourning to alternative rooms for indirect talks.
For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co.
UPI reports President Donald Trump's nominee to head the country's top agency for small businesses cruised through the confirmation hearing in the Senate on Tuesday. Linda McMahon answered questions before the Senate Small Business Committee Tuesday afternoon, a hearing that lasted less than 2 hours. Potentially filling a lower-profile position than most of the other Trump cabinet nominees, McMahon appears to enjoy bipartisan support from Senate lawmakers and other government officials and will likely be easily confirmed as head of the Small Business Administration. Perhaps the main question she responded to Tuesday was her stated belief years ago that the SBA should be merged with the U.S. Commerce Department, a position she now disagrees with, telling Senator Jeanne Shaheen, the committee's ranking member, the SBA needs to be a standalone agency, adding, "I'm proud that President Trump has kept it as a cabinet post." McMahon, a two-time U.S. Senate candidate and former professional wrestling executive, said during her hearing that as head of the SBA, she would be a staunch advocate for the little guy by minimizing regulations, saying, "As an entrepreneur myself, I have shared the experience of our nation's small business owners. We are more than our product and services. We are people. We are families. The small businesses that are the engine of our national economy are driven in part by people working to put food on the table."
You can support FPP Radio by joining the Fans program. Fans are friends, allies, and numerous supporters. Fans help FPP afford to produce more original content. You can join the Fans program for as little as $1 per month through Patreon and get perks like ad-free versions of FPP Radio News and Peace, Love, Liberty Radio. To learn more or to join the Fans program, visit fans.fppradio.com.
Reuters reports President Donald Trump signed orders on Tuesday smoothing the path for the controversial Keystone XL and Dakota Access oil pipelines in a move to expand energy infrastructure and roll back key Obama administration environmental actions. Oil producers in Canada and North Dakota are expected to benefit from a quicker route for crude oil to the U.S. Gulf Coast refiners, but going ahead with the pipelines would mark a bitter defeat for Native American tribes and climate activists who successfully blocked the projects earlier and vowed to fight the decisions through legal action. Trump campaigned on promises to increase domestic energy production. Before taking office, he said the Dakota Access Pipeline should be completed and that he would revive the $6.1 billion Keystone XL project, which was rejected in 2015 by then-President Barack Obama. TransCanada Corporation said it would resubmit an application for a permit for Keystone XL after Trump signed an order saying the company could reapply. The application will be reviewed by the U.S. State Department, which has 60 days to reach a decision. The orders look set to undo victories won by protesters in North Dakota against Energy Transfer Partners, which has nearly completed construction of the Dakota Access Pipeline. Despite the advanced phase of the project, the Obama administration in December denied the company a permit to tunnel under the Missouri River. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.